Hello everyone, I'm Karina with KarinasCreations.com, and I don't normally share on a Sunday, but I had to make my video for my Sweet Treats Kits by Mail class. So I thought since I'm doing a video, I might as well post it on Facebook Live and then upload it to YouTube. So I will show you what I'm making today. I am going to make the Sweetest Thing. I'm using the Sweetest Thing stamp set, which makes these 3 cards, and I'll be making them right away for you. I decided to start offering a Kits by Mail class because a lot of my customers can't make it to my classes. So I'm offering 3 options for this class. The first option is $45, and it includes a quarter pack of the How Sweet It Is Designer Series paper. And if you haven't seen this Designer Series paper yet, it's gorgeous. Lots of different patterns in the package, and then glitter enamel dots, and then a package of dimensionals. And then you also get a card kit to make 6 cards, which I just made up, of course, so it will come in the mail for you. And then you don't have to have the stamp set for this option. You can use whatever you have. But if you would like the stamp set, which is the Sweetest Thing stamp set, and then the Jar of Sweets framelit dies, you can add that to your Kits by Mail, and it is going to be $106. And that also includes the PDF instructions, and then you have access to this video as well. And these are for Canadians because I'm a Canadian demonstrator, so I can only ship products in Canada. I do have an option just to get the PDF file for $10 if you like, and I will link that back onto my blog post. You can also sign up for my newsletter, and it was on my last newsletter 2 times ago. But let me just show you quickly how to put these cards together. So the nice thing about this kit is that all you need, plus the basic $45 kit that I'm going to send you, is a stamp set and Memento black ink and 4 Stamp and Write markers. So I'm using Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Coastal Cabana, oh, it should be Coastal Cabana, and Granny Apple Green. So of course I grabbed the wrong marker. There we go, magic, Coastal Cabana's back. And then you can use whatever stamp set you want to put your cards together, but this would actually be really fun. Spring break is coming up, or Easter's coming up, so that if you get the kits, you could just pull this out for your kids and let them stamp and put them together. Or if you're a big kid like me, you'll just have fun making them because it's such a beautiful, bright color, cheerful set. So let's get started with the first card. So with your kit, I will have all the die cuts down for you, done for you, and I used the new rectangular stitched framelit dies. If you make a lot of cards and have a Big Shot or a Cuttlebug and don't have the dies, I highly, highly recommend them because Celebration is on right now. And whenever you spend $60 in Canada, you get an item for free. So you can get paper, you can get stamp sets. I'll put more information on my blog, which is, I think I put it on here, you can see, KarinasCreations.com. Oh, and I see Sandra's watching. Hi, Sandra. I always feel better doing these videos when I know a friend is watching me. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, let's just color our little jar of candies. Let's see what we're going to use. So I'm using this one. I'm just going to do Melon Mambo. The nice thing about Stamp and Write markers, there's a fine tip and then a wider tip. You can buy these in a package of 10. They're like $40-ish, something like that. I can't remember. I bought mine a long time ago. Although my marker tip's getting fuzzy, it may be time to get a new package of markers. Especially Celebration's on till the end of March. And I love doing my big purchases during Celebration. That's when I stock up on a lot of my stuff. And I just stamped the jelly beans in here. I pre-stamped, but I use this stamp image. And then I stamped jelly beans in it. But look at all the candies. You can do gummy bears, you can do chocolates, you can do jelly wrapped candies, and I think these are gumdrops. In fact, I should run downstairs and be eating candy while I'm making this card, because that would be fun. I asked my husband to go get me some candies for my last event, and he bought me these giant bags of frog gummies and gummy bears, which I absolutely love, but unfortunately I eat them, which is not the best thing. Okay, so I've got that, and then I'm just going to color the top part of the lid. So you can see it doesn't take very long to color. And I think we'll do the bottom part of the glass jar. We'll make it a Coastal Cabana glass jar. Another tip I'll give you is it's not included in my supplies, but we do have a product called Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella is a glitter brush, and it just adds a little bit of glitter to everything. I didn't put that in my instructions. However, we'll see. Usually I have Wink of Stella in my bag pretty close. No Wink of Stella. I'll just have to show it on another video for you guys. I had my team over stamping with me on Friday night, and I haven't organized my craft room since. Got to get on that. Okay, so this is what the card looks like, and I recommend that the first thing you do is just lay out your pieces. So we've got some different framelit dies so that they're going to fit. And then I'll turn it around. Well, I think I can do it like that. Okay, and then you can either use snail adhesive or you can use your liquid glue. I just opened a new snail refill. If anybody needs some snail refills, I'm going to be doing a snail share. So send me a personal message. I can usually get them for around $5 a refill, but you would have to pick them up. That does not include shipping unless you are ordering this kits by mail, because then the shipping is already included in that price and I can fill up a big box of stuff. Or if you live in Edmonton, just come and see me and pick them up. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now when you're doing it, I did this upside down. You want to try and line up. I put this a little high. The Granny Apple Grape piece. I actually want it to be lined up, these two pieces to be lined up with my Coastal Cabana piece. And then I have to turn it around because this is way too hard to stamp things straight upside down. I'm not that good. Okay, and now this one's a little crooked. I should be using my take a pick tool because it's got a little lifter. And you're wondering why I'm peeling it off like that? It's because it's on thick white cardstock, so it's a little more forgiving than your Whisper White. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that now. Now the next thing I did was I'm going to use 2 Stampin' Dimensionals to pop up my little jar of candies. I really want that Wink of Stella because I think it would add so much to it. But I'll have to let it go. Okay, and then the next thing you're going to do is just stamp Memento black ink on this Whisper White rectangular piece. And again, I'm just going to pop it up. Actually, I'm not going to pop it up yet. I'm going to set it aside because I went and pre-die cut all these candies. So these will come in your kit. Or if you buy the framelit dies yourself, you can just go crazy and add these wherever you want. So this is what I did. I think I put, we did a gorgeous grape candy here. And I don't know if you can see these very well in the video, but they're actually embossed. So it emboss and cuts out the candies. So you gotta like that. There we go. And then we'll do this one. Okay, and then this candy. And really, you put your candies where you want to put your candies, or however many you want. This is just sort of what I did for the design of the card. And then I had an extra one here. I think that's good, actually. I'm just going to leave those ones off. Okay, let's put on my Stampin' Dimensionals again. And I'm also going to put dimensionals in my adhesive share as well as the liquid glue. Okay, so that is almost it for this card, except we need to add on. So you do get a package of these glitter enamel dots. And I'm just going to grab my take your pick tool. This is what it looks like. And we'll just put one of these little guys here on Happy Birthday. And it's just a sequins or a glitter enamel dot picker-upper tool. How's that for an explanation? So fun. Okay, and then I'll put one more. Let's put one more there. Okay, now the card is complete. So that was your first card. So just imagine how much fun you would have making this over Easter. Okay, let's get out the second card. So the second card we're making is, I've got my kit ready to go. This one, and I've colored it, so you don't have to watch me color it this time. So when you pull out your kit, I've done some stamping ahead of time, but yours will not be stamped. You have to stamp your own, which is why it's kind of nice to add the stamp set. And I forgot to put an option. If you don't own a Big Shot, I can change an option so it includes a stamp set as well. Okay, so I have already taken, this is like a 1-inch strip, 1 inch by 4 inch strip of Granny Apple Green cardstock. And I cheated because I used a framelit die from the Be Mine stitched framelit die set, which is actually more sort of geared towards Valentine's. But I love this piece. And you can see I use washi tape when I hold it down on the paper to run it through. And then that way it doesn't slip. And it keeps it in place so that I can make sure that I add it where I want it. Okay, and it looks like this is a little bit long. So I'm just going to give it a little snip, like so. There we go. Okay, and I have already pre-cut this, but this is your Gorgeous Grape cardstock, and I use the second largest rectangular stitch framelit die. And what I'm going to do is just add a tiny bit of, just going to move my card base out. If you're ever worried about getting glue on your station, I have another tip. We sell, Stampin' Up! Sells these silicone mats. And then if you get adhesive on these, you can just take a wipe and wipe it away, or a wet paper towel. See, I got some on there, but that's okay. I absolutely love that mat. Okay, I'm going to put my designer paper down like this. Okay, isn't that easy so far? And now I get my Whisper White card base, and we're just going to score it. I do have my scoring tool here. This one says Center Stage. Whenever you reach a level in Stampin' Up! Called Silver Elite, then you get to go to a thing called a special stamp night that they have called Center Stage. And they usually give us free product, which is fun. I'm going to the next on stage local, which is in Vancouver in April. And then when I come back, I'm throwing a party for my team, which will be really fun. I call it an on-stage after party. Really, it's just an excuse to stamp and see my friends. Plus, I get to share all the new stuff that I saw. So this is my business. I do this, but the most thing I get out of it is stamping with my friends. I love it when people come over and stamp with me, or even online. Okay, what do you think? Does that look pretty cute? And then the next thing I've attached, so your kit will come with 2 squares of Whisper White cardstock. You're going to stamp your jar on there, because you can see you get 3 kinds of jars, 1, 2, 3, with your stamp set, and then you just color them in again with the Stampin' Right markers. And again, we're going to pull out your dimensionals. That's why I included dimensionals in your kit. There we go, and we will just go like this. So we have gummy bears, some bright, beautiful paper, and then your kit includes a strip of white paper, so you would stamp Sweet Celebration. And then this is what I did, kind of pieced it together. Just going to cut it out with my paper snips. If you need a pair of scissors, paper snips are really, really good. In fact, my kids come and steal them once in a while. I have 6 pairs. I was down to 2 for a while. My son plays badminton. Apparently it cuts badminton tape really well. And then my daughter, I don't know what she was doing. She had like 3 pairs hidden in her room. How does that happen? Okay, there we go. So Sweet Celebration. And then of course, what are we going to add? I think we need to add some little glimmer glue dots. And I think I'm going to use green this time. Let's see. Let's just add one here. Where else did I add it? Just randomly. Use whatever size you want. We'll put one up here. Okay, and then I added 3 on my card, but I think 2 looks pretty good too. So that is the second card. I need a So Easy button. Isn't this easy? Easy but cute. Okay, now the last card is a bit of a fancy fold. I still made it easy, but I wanted it to be a little more challenging. And this is why I needed my printouts, because I forgot what the inside looked like. Okay, so let's get the kit. I'm going to move this off to make my stamping station look a bit better. Okay, and of course the dimensions are in the PDF for this. So when you bought my PDF, you will have the instructions for the card measurements. So we're just going to take the bone folder. This is pre-scored for you in your kit. And here is the designer series paper. And I'm just going to glue that onto the front. Like so. And then I'm taking my Whisper White cardstock, scoring it in the center. And this is what I needed the instructions for, because, see, I didn't even pull out my blocks. Oh, luckily I have some blocks here. Okay, so we're going to need to stamp. We're going to stamp on the center of my card, and it says I am using, it's a Sweet Celebration. And you may be wondering why I'm using Memento ink. It's because you can color it with stamping blends normally, and it doesn't stain my photopolymer ink. If you have StazOn, you can use StazOn too. But this is my favorite to use. Okay, and it's too long, so I like to ink it up upside down to make sure that I'm getting good coverage. And we're going to stamp this here. Make it a Sweet Celebration. And then on the bottom, I think we need some candies. What candy should I do? I think if I follow the instructions, I use this candy. Who doesn't love candy? I love candy, I have to say. I can't have candy in my room because I will really eat it all. Candy makes me happy. Okay, and then let's color this one. See, so this card is almost done. So really, it wouldn't take you long. And then when you have the instructions, and you could just do a bunch of kits. And if you don't have this paper, well, just use any paper you want. The butterfly paper is really pretty. It's a free celebration item right now as well. There you go. And of course the starter kit's only $135. You get free shipping, GST, and you get $225 in product. That's probably the best deal right now. Okay, now this is stamped inside, and I did this in case I goofed it up. But what I'm going to do is just use, I'm using liquid glue for this one, because if it's not straight, it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. I have about 2 seconds. So watch this, because we're putting this on the inside of the card. So close to the score line, not over the score line. And you want it centered so that you have, what's that, about 1/4 of an inch on the top and bottom, showing of your card. Okay, make sure that closes nice. Yep, that's pretty good. And then what I'm doing is taking this designer series paper, and I'm going to put it on a piece of Granny Apple Green. There we go. And then I will attach this to the inside of my card. And I'm just centering it. There you go. And then the last step is to take the Whisper White piece, and that's another nice thing about the designer series paper. I think I had it here earlier. It comes with some jars already stamped, so if you have the dies, you can die cut it out. If you can just cut it out with scissors though if you don't have the dies. So that's what I love about this card. So let's see, my candy jar is going to go here. I'm going to stamp happy birthday on the bottom. And I think this stamp set and these colors, it's perfect for anybody. Young people, older people, because everybody loves candy. Okay, and I'm doing a cheater bow. So I have included this organdy ribbon in your kit. And this was on back order for a celebration item. They actually just got some in, so I'm not sure how long it will last, but it is available now if you wanted it. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just go over it and then put that down like so. And I'm doing a cheater bow because instead of wrapping it around and tying it, I just slide this other little piece under. And we'll just give it a nice little pull. Don't tug it too tight. Don't pull it too tight. But there, that looks cute. And then you can just trim your ends. Just making sure I'm in the video. Sometimes I don't check. Yes, you can still see what I'm doing. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue this one on just with snail adhesive. What do you think? Isn't this shaping up to be a cute card? And then what I need to do is line up this piece with this image, or not image, but this designer series paper. But I'm going to do it using Stampin' Dimensionals. Or you can use tear and tape adhesive if you like. So I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals here. Line this up like so. And that's it. So this is what the card looks like. This is what the second card looked like. And then this was the third card. So this is my Kits by Mail for February. Of course, we're into March now. But if you still wanted one, I'll leave it open until next Friday. Because I know celebration's on and I didn't really do this video when I was supposed to. So there we go. So if you want it, let me know. Just send me a message. Thanks for watching the video. And I hope you have an amazing Sunday. Bye.